These gardens might not be wide, but they're certainly long. Keeping a hand in. Would have been manned most likely with the home guard. We're back in the way of the dander fishermen. They're heading up. I'm not sure if they're going to go past the locks, but we're going to bring up the rear. Hey? What was that? What's the matter, Jan? Oh, it wasn't Jan. It was the lady shouting at the dog because it keeps weeing up her bucket. Right, if it keeps doing that, just move her bucket. There you go. Underway again. We've had a lovely few days here out opposite Alvecote Marina.
Brilliant.
So now we're on the move again, and the crew's all on board.
Yeah.
So
look out post.
Weather's pretty good. It's still a tad chilly, but it's warming up nicely. So we'll see how we get on today. Leaving our moorings at Alvecote Marina, we continued along the canal to Fazeley Junction. But here we diverted left onto the Birmingham and Fazeley Canal so that we could go and visit Drayton Manor visitor moorings and fly the drones over the lakes. The next day we then continued on up the canal to the nearest winding hole, where we turned and retraced our steps back to Fazeley Junction. Here we turned left back onto the Coventry Canal and continued on, ending up at Hopwas. Gardens might not be wide, but they're certainly long. This is Amington we're going through, which is on the outskirts of Tamworth. Keeping a hand in. Come to the right, I said. That's why.
It's just nice to be out and about again.
It's lovely, isn't it?
I like being stationary. I like catching the bus into town and that. But
it's nice to be on the move, isn't it?
Another location to go and explore.
That's it. And it's a lovely day for cruising. It's still a tad chilly, but otherwise absolutely gorgeous. And we're just taking our time, ticking along.
Well, as soon as you put your revs up again, there's another boat, so you have to throttle back again. So
yeah, that's right.
Yeah, a bit like the hare and the tortoise. It's no good going fast because then you've got to slow down.
Yeah.
Then you go fast again. And then you slow down, so you might as well just go at a steady speed.
Yeah. Keep to the right.
Your body's in the way. It's easier said than done.
Now listen, woman, I know I've got to lose weight, but come on.
I'll come over this side. I'll come over my own side again, shall I?
Yeah.
Come on then, come round. Put your back round.
That's it, you're there, almost.
Well, almost on a bit of an angle.
That's it, now you can come over.
Now I
there.
can straighten up a bit.
You can straighten her up. Yeah. Have to get the L plates out.
Do you mind?
I hit the bent more than once. And there's the locks up ahead. This is the Glascoat pair of locks. We're in the top lock at the moment. And Tony and Jan are in the bottom lock. We had a little bit of a hold up because there was a boat coming up, so we had to wait for him. But I don't know if you can see, there was a boat on the water point as I came in the lock, which made it very difficult for everybody to work round. But there you go, we've done it now, we're in the lock. So we'll just carry on now. Now this is the pound between the two locks, and we're now got to swing the lock in our favour after Tony's gone down, and then that's it for today. That's our locks done for the day. Well, that's it, that's the two locks done. Chris has just gone back to crack open the top paddle again because there is another boat following us down, so at least it will turn the lock and it'll be ready for them by the time they come through. But that's it, we're done on the two locks, just the junction ahead now. Just been recognised by some of our subscribers who asked where my camera was, so I've got it out now. This is the aqueduct over the River Tame, T-A-M-E. And clearly thought a strategic point for the Germans to invade, because at the end of the aqueduct they built a pillbox as a lookout post, and clearly whoever was manning the lookout post during the war had a clear view of the Tame and the canal ahead. Would have been manned most likely with the Home Guard. We've just made a quick stop at the water point here, but we're actually now at Faisley Junction, not to be confused with Fradley Junction, but this is the one with the art on the walls. And I think I mentioned this before, it's either art or graffiti, whichever way you look at it. But we're going to reverse up and we're going to go down the Birmingham and Faisley, which is that way, and link up with Tony and Jen a little bit further down. Yeah, exactly. We've got frozen centre lines at the moment. Yeah. These are the Middleton Lakes RSPB Reserve. It's 160 hectares or 400 acres of a nature reserve, formally opened on the 19th of May 2011. Much of the site was, until its acquisition by the RSPB in 2007, a gravel quarry operated by Hanson Aggregates. Drayton Manor is a family theme park, zoo and accommodation in the grounds of the former Drayton Manor. It covers 180 acres or 73 hectares, of which about 113 acres are in use, and hosts about 1.5 million people each year. It's the 4th largest amusement park in the UK. This unusual Gothic-style footbridge was probably built around the 1830s by celebrated architect Sir Robert Smirke, while constructing nearby Drayton Manor for the local MP Sir Robert Peel, who later became Prime Minister. The manor house was of course demolished in 1929 and later became the site of the Drayton Manor theme park. A Grade 2 listed footbridge is located near to the entrance to the theme park and is among the most ornate bridges anywhere on the British canals. Morning! So, after a couple of days moored up near Drayton Manor, it's time to move on again. We're actually travelling down the Birmingham and Paisley Canal towards Birmingham, which is the wrong direction where we want to go. So we're going to carry on down past a couple of bridges, wind in a winding hole, and then return to Paisley Junction.
And go left, I think.
And then going left, yeah, and we're going to head off up towards Fradley Junction, although we won't make that.
No.
We're probably going to stop at Whittington,
Yeah.
yeah. I wonder if that's home of Dick. Enjoy the cruise, people. Along the way, we came across these group of gentlemen in some unusual craft. When we quizzed them at what was going on, it turns out that they were fishing for invasive species of fish, mainly zander. Apparently it's been a problem in this canal for many years, and they quite often cruise up and down the canal, stunning and catching the invasive species of fish. Although it's a lovely cruise at the moment, it is a tad chilly this morning. So it looks like spring's not quite ready to join us yet. The wind is quite cold, hence why we're all coated up. Even the boy has his coat on. We don't want him getting cold. But otherwise, not a bad cruise so far.
It's dry.
It's interesting that on this canal, the bridges have names. This is Drayton Brick Bridge. Aptly named because it's made of brick, I guess, but Chris reckons that the little grating there is a prison for hobbits. It's not actually, it's where the stop planks go.
Smudgy. Smudge, no.
Don't you dare, no. Yeah.
Morning, Christy.
Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning. Having waited for Tony and Jan to wind the boat, it was now our turn, but it didn't quite go according to plan. Unfortunately, the winding hole wasn't quite 70 foot and it was really tight. Just managed to wind in that winding hole and tight. I had the bow on the bank and stern on the Armco opposite. We're back in the way of the dander fishermen. They're heading up. I'm not sure if they're going to go past the locks, but they seem to be doing quite well. We've caught quite a few since we winded. We made the turn at the winding hole just before the locks, and now we're making our way back up the Birmingham and Fazeley Canal back to Fazeley Junction, and then from then on it's a left turn. We'll probably stop for water where we did last time, and then we're going to head up. I think we're going to Whittington, as I said earlier, or it could be Hopwas. We're not sure yet. We'll see how we go today. But I said before, a little bit chilly, but all going well so far. I don't know if you can see them in the background there, but that's a field of sheep and our first lambs of the year that we've
I did see one black one in there.
seen. Yeah, there's a couple of little ones.
Yeah, it's a little
There it is.
tiny black one.
One tiny black sheep. Wonder if it's got any wool. So once again we're back at Fazeley Junction, and again we've stopped for water. And then we'll be on our way, either Hopwas or Whittington, as I said before. Well, we've now filled up with water and we're getting underway again. We've just heard from Tony and Jan up ahead. They're stopping at Hopwas, so I think we'll do the same and call it a day then. we are. We've just come through Hopwas and it's starting to rain. We're all feeling a little bit cold and tired, so we've decided we'll stay put. This is just on the north side of Hopwas. Quite a nice little mooring. We've got Jan and Tony behind us. Hi, Jan.
Hi.
And towpath is nice and wide. It's pretty good as well. It's not too muddy, though it looks it. And then down through the trees is the River Tame. So it's quite nice here. So we're only here for one night, and then we're going to carry on to Fradley for tomorrow.